post your picture on the internet. Suddenly the wife slaps her husband and shouts, "Why did you bring me to such an ordinary place?" The husband replies angrily, "What's wrong with you? Why do you ruin everything?" At that very moment, a man takes away their baby stroller. The maid screams, "Look, that man took the baby." The wife throws some cash at the maid and says, "Stop your nonsense. Take this money and get out of my life forever." The maid refuses, shouting, "No, save the baby." She runs after the man, but he throws the baby into the lake and runs away. The maid dives into the water, risking her life, and pulls the baby out. The wife looks at the maid with disgust and says, "I won't touch that baby. It came out of filthy water." She turns her back and walks away. The next day, the maid is cooking in the kitchen. When the wife walks in, she hands the crying baby to the maid and says, "Take him. His crying is giving me a headache." Just then, the husband enters and says lovingly, "Darling, I'm home." The wife quickly takes the baby back and warns the maid, "Don't you dare speak a word about my child again." The husband kisses the baby and says, "The food smells amazing." But the wife murmurs angrily, "I can't tolerate this village woman anymore." The next day, another man comes in and asks, "What are you looking for?" The wife replies, "The ring my husband gave me. It's lost." That man, who is actually her secret lover, smirks and says, "So what about our plan?" The wife snaps, "You never do anything right." He said, "To get rid of your maid, I had to throw the baby into the lake. But why didn't you save our child?" The wife says coldly, "I wasn't going to ruin my clothes by jumping into dirty water." The man yells, "You don't even realize that our baby could have died." At that moment, the maid enters. She recognizes the man and quietly leaves. The man gets nervous. "She recognized me. She overheard our conversation. We're in danger." The wife smirks, "Calm down," and starts kissing him. Suddenly, the maid bursts in with the police. She points at the man and says, "Arrest him." The wife screams, "Help me. This man tried to kidnap my baby." The man shouts, "You set me up. You planned all this." The wife cries out, "Officer, take him away. My husband will be home any minute. I don't want any trouble." As the police take him away, the man yells, "Sir, she's lying. The child is mine. She planned everything." The husband enters and asks, "Why is the police here?" The wife says sweetly, "Honey, thank goodness you came. This is the man who tried to kidnap our child." The husband looks at the officer and says, "Release him." The maid objects, "Sir, he's the real criminal." The husband replies, "I know everything, every single detail. I only stayed in this marriage for the child's sake. But you took advantage of it." The wife shouts, "You ruined my entire plan. Now tell me, where will you take me?" The husband says coldly, "Not with me. You're going to prison. I've already submitted all the evidence." The officer takes the woman away as she cries in disbelief. The man looks down in regret and says, "I couldn't be a good father. Will you take care of the baby as your own daughter?" The maid replies softly, "You're mistaken. I'm just a servant here." The husband steps forward and says, "I love this child. She means everything to me. You can take legal action whenever you wish." The man leaves quietly. The husband looks at the maid and says, "Since the day you jumped into the lake to save my daughter, I've loved you." The maid lowers her eyes and says, "My social status doesn't allow me to love you back." He gently holds her hand and says, "I don't care about status. The only thing that matters is love." He embraces her warmly.